Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Report, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
Let's take a look at some stocks on the move today. I'm Tom Keene and Bloomberg's Lisa Mateo. Lisa, what do you have?
Yeah, you're right on that. So we'll start with EchoStar. SATS is a ticker. So it rose as much as 64% before the bell. It's pared down kind of a bit since then, still up more than about 20%. But Elon Musk, SpaceX, that owns a Starlink satellite network, he's agreed to buy wireless spectrum from the company for $17 billion in cash and stock. That's the reason for the big surge. So how it benefits EchoStar? Well, EchoStar is going to use the proceeds from the deal to retire some of its debt, fund initiatives for growth. And then what does SpaceX get out of the deal, right? So SpaceX, satellite operators like SpaceX who want to provide direct-to-service mobile service from space, they usually need to team up with at least one mobile company that holds its ground-based mobile licenses. But SpaceX, they currently have a partnership with T-Mobile. But this spectrum deal, that's going to allow it to offer its own direct-to-device offerings more independently. So that's how SpaceX is going to benefit from this.
I should say this is coming just a few weeks after this announcement from AT&T back in late August that they were going to buy a large swath of spectrum from EchoStar as well. I think that deal valued at $23 billion. So I guess the big question with that one, Tom, is this going to get regulatory approval? Charlie Ergen's been trying to offload all of this. So today, a new chapter in that story. And again, the open question is, are those deals going to get through?
We'll have to see. And of course, this goes after the pay discussion, 48 hours ago of Elon Musk. Next, what do you got?
Okay, so I want to start with a few more stocks joining the S&P 500 later this month because their shares are seeing a boost from it. So we have Applovin, their shares have been up as much as 9%. Robinhood up as much as 8%. MCore up as much as 2%. Who will they replace? Okay, they'll replace MarketAxess, Caesars Entertainment, Enphase Energy. That'll take place on September 22nd. And then you have Bloomberg Intelligence. They're saying that Robinhood's addition to the S&P 500 going to expand its shareholder base. But it also talks about, what's interesting is about how the inclusion into the benchmark is just becoming more important for companies because it's like a world more and more dominated by this passive investment funds. So that's kind of the points that they make on that. Summit Therapeutics, it's ticker SMMT, Summit Therapeutics. Their shares have been down, more than 25%. New data. It's because of this closely watched lung cancer drug. It disappointed. The drug was seen as this possible revival to the world's top-selling cancer therapy. The company released the data, right? And the data showed an improving favorable trend, helping patients from North America to Europe live longer. But analysts started to flag some discrepancies between Chinese and Western data. So what this does, it kind of dims the hopes for the drug's first approval beyond China. And that's why those shares are taking a hit, down as much as 25%. Not good for that. Some big earning news coming out tomorrow. ORCL reports tomorrow.
I didn't know that.
Yes, ticker ORCL. Be aware for it. Its shares have been up as much as 3% before the open. Morgan Stanley analysts, they kind of raised the target on Oracle. But what analysts are looking for tomorrow, the cloud business has been booming, right? But they want to assess the impact of profit metrics. So Wall Street will be looking to put more numbers around some of the big opportunities that the company has talked about. And they want to see if this is really going to play out. Because earlier this summer, they talked about, how they inked this cloud services agreement with an unnamed company, could add about $30 billion to its annual revenue starting in fiscal 2028. So they're going to take a step back and say, okay, is this really going to happen?
The Stock Movers Report from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.